Hi guys, Punix here. You're gonna see a full run of me doing the Damage Bastion challenge of this week solo on Dam Night Raid. I was originally a solo trial player in Season 1, but got a little bit demotivated towards the end or searched for trios as I couldn't compete with the trio. But I saw Valliate trying out solo trials and getting quite high scores. I link his Twitch and YouTube in description as I got a lot of motivation from this. And basically the loadout you see here and the challenge is a full copycat of what he did. So all credit to him at this point. Let's go quickly over the loadout here, starting with the augment that you see in the top left. It's a MK3 Survivor that gives me access to a medium shield and 3 safe pockets to stash away most trailblazers and the snap hook for movement. Then of course Veneta for killing small arc efficiently and just in case I get into PvP. A Jupiter to kill mostly Rocketeers as they might block Bastion spawns, at least there are rumors, so you're gonna see me kill Rocketeers as well. Then a bit of heals, Adrenaline, 6 ziplines, you will see why, to connect the 2 Bastion spawn points very efficiently for movement. 5 Wolfpack backups basically, so they have 2 purposes, mostly killing Rocketeers fast in case they engage me too quickly or sneak up on me, that sometimes happens. Or if I need to engage a Bastion very quickly and there's a lot of small arc around it, this was make my life a bit difficult, take way too much extra damage, so then I'm gonna use a Wolfpack. And then all the Trailblazers are for killing the Bastion. That's pretty much it. So with that, enjoy the run and see you guys in Speranza. In terms of spawn, anything in the north works. Also battleground spawns that are close to a hydroponic. Or maybe even control tower, anything where you can get quickly to pipeline or hydroponic. You see me here spawning in the northwestern part where I can quickly go to hydroponic, and that's what I'm gonna do. Quickly go over there to kill the first Bastion as soon as possible. So I got the kill with 4 Trailblazers, that's quite okay. I think you can do it in 3, maybe even 2 if you position them very, very good underneath the Bastion. But with 4, I'm basically happy. Now I'm setting up my zip lines already that I have efficient movement later on towards the 2 Bastion spots. For safety purposes, I'm not gonna do the zip line just yet to the top. Here I go up first top the normal way, so to say, and then do a zipline later on downwards, as I struggle a little bit of getting this correctly to the attached to the top without then having to climb and vault. Yeah, you see here the Bastion 2 dice and 2 Trailblazers, these were positioned quite good. So that's very efficient, that's what you are always aiming for.
Hello there!
Maybe a quick word to my lobbies. Obviously it's kind of preferred or even necessary to have full PvE type lobbies for doing these challenges solo, as PvP would mess you up way too much on your timings and so on. So I'm definitely here on a full PvE character that gets into super friendly lobby, as you will see. I also, when I engage players, I talk to them, let them know that I'm around, just to avoid any kind of confusion or whatnot. Now I'm gonna take out the Rocketeers to have more efficient Bastion spawns, but I don't really care about them too much. I try, if I have the time now, because there's still a lot of minutes left until the Bastion respawns, I try to kill them with Jupiters only to preserve my wolf packs But if they get up too close, then I have to use a wolfpack.
Rocketeer, over there.
Yeah, with too many shots and needed to reload, so I needed to take a wolfpack, unfortunately. Now it's time to set up the zipline towards downstairs and get back to the Bastion respawn on Hydropone to wait for it, basically, and put up the efficient zipline network. Since I have a little bit of time left, I go for the loot here. Probably not very optimal. In the optimal scenario, you're not gonna loot at all, as you also don't care too much for the loot, to be honest. But yeah, for some reason, I thought I get away with it here, or I had downtime now anyway. There's not too much happening right now, so I'm just looking around for players and small arc to clean them already before that, when my Bastion spawns, that I have a clean space and just look where players are and what they're doing. So here Bastion 3 spawns, you're always gonna watch out for these meteors falling, and the Bastion and Rocketeers will be this big meteor balls, so you're always gonna look out for those. my Trailblazers were not really connecting that well or were not placed well, so I needed 5 and then I decided to shoot it with Jupiter as it was close to dying and I did not want to waste another Trailblazer on it. Now just all about getting back quickly to the 4th Bastion spawn, which I didn't notice yet, or I didn't pay attention to the spawns, but I hear it now and therefore it's up, so I need to be quick. Yeah, I opt for Wolfpack because I simply have way too many small arc around me. It would take way too long to kill them before I can safely engage the Bastion, so I opted for the Wolfpack and then get the Bastion. Now I realize that it's probably downstairs and I'm gonna look. This will make the fight a bit awkward and probably have to spend a little bit more Trailblazers than I like. But okay, I cannot waste more time. Now I opt for the Jupiter and then again a Trailblazer, as I thought that it's not even on fire yet, so I definitely would take too long to kill it fully with Jupiter, so one Trailblazer in between was a good idea, I guess. Was definitely not optimal, the kill. And now it's time to kill the Rocketeers again. Yeah, I took a very bad position on the Rocketeer. First I mistakenly the steel wire there for the Rocketeer. And then I couldn't see it through the steel anymore, so that was not optimal. However, it's far enough away that I can kill it safely with the Jupiter alone. So here I go for the loot once again. As said previously, it's not optimal to do this, as probably you should rather focus on the Rocketeers to not block my Bastion spawns. However, I thought I have a little bit of time.
A Rocketeer, over there.
So now I'm realizing that the Rocketeer spawned and is up. And I'm gauging it, even though I know that my Bastion spawn should be very close around the corner. That might interfere. So I'm trying to kill the Rocketeer quickly to get to the Bastion.
Rocketeer, there.
However, I mess up a little bit with my shots here and width, because I cannot really see it through the trees very well. And now it starts blasting me. I hear now the Bastion spawning, so that's why I opt now for the Wolf Pack to get this Rocketeer down ASAP, because I want to move to the Bastion. Unlucky, the Wolf Pack doesn't kill the Rocketeer, so it's still around. And now I need to waste one more shot on it. And now I see it's not even burning, so I need more shots. That's very, very suboptimal. Now I have a lot of smoke and a small arc in the way. Even take damage here, that's really bad. So I opt to play it more safe now and rather waste more time. At this point I know that it might fuck me for the Bastion respawn later on. So now I opted for another Wolf Pack to finally kill this Rocketeer, even though it was completely overkill. But at least I saw that it also damaged the Bastion a little bit, so I was hoping that I could get away with less Trailblazers, therefore. So I throw 2 and hope that it kills, which it doesn't. But I hear it's pretty low, so I'm shooting with Jupiter now. Was actually hoping for the one shot here, which didn't happen. But okay, second shot should kill now. Nope. But the third, at least. Okay, so this in general was very suboptimal. It took way too long until I could get to the Bastion. I had to waste way too many Wolf Packs here. I should have probably not engaged this Rocketeer when the Bastion spawn time was so close. I should have engaged the Rocketeer earlier or not at all at this point, or later after I killed the Bastion. I already know at this point that it might get close now to get 8 at the very end, which is the goal here of getting 8 Bastion kills. However, of course, I'm going to continue. So I'm already setting up a zip that will help me later to get to my exit point, which is luckily the Northern Extract, which is the best case scenario here.
An arc orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Now I'm looking around for the Bastion spawn, as it should have spawned here, and since the fourth one was also down here, I'm just looking if something is down. But it didn't spawn yet, which is unfortunate, because now it's obvious that I will probably not make 8, or I have to be super lucky. Now I hear the Bastion spawn, even though I haven't seen it from the falling from the sky, but obviously I hear it. So quickly gonna move towards it. Yeah, opt for the kill with the Jupiter now, as the Bastion should be pretty low. Hopefully one shot. But I have to be careful as it's up and blasting again. So no one shot, but a 2-shot. That's fine. Probably Trailblazer... not probably. Trailblazer would have been faster, but I would have wasted another one. And at this point I'm running a little low on Trailblazers.
Here, there. Arc on screen. 5 minutes left. Go find your way home. I repeat, 5 minutes.
So here my Bastion spawn again coincides with a Rocketeer kill, which is not optimal. And obviously I'm whiffed there the last shot, that was hurtful, so I opted to go for the Venator instead of the reload to finally kill it quick. And now I really have to speed up and move to the Bastion, which is Bastion number 7. And it's at this point it's clear that I will unfortunately only get 7 Bastion kills, and it will not leave me time to get the 8th one. Also unfortunately they spawned quite far away from me, so I need a little bit of running. Probably could have used the snap hook here to move a bit more efficiently, but during the trial I wasn't thinking of this. I was focused now on killing this quick. And take a little bit of risk here even to take damage, as it's so open and I just need to kill it now. Now actually I thought I would kill it here with the 5th one, so that's unfortunate that I didn't. Now even used the Wolfpack and still didn't kill it, so need to turn around again, but this one has to kill it, which it does. You see me turning around a little bit because I wasn't 100% sure, but definitely not an optimal kill here, but I was a little bit in an adrenaline rush to get this done. Here you see why the zipline tech is really important, even though I fuck it up here on the last zip, especially when it's super important now on the timing. But luckily I heard that one guy is calling the extract, which will leave me enough time to get there. If this guy wouldn't have been there, I would have not made it in time with me failing the last zipline there. But the principle you see, if I would have made that correctly, it would be very efficient moving upstairs there. I should have also set up this very last zip that I'm just now setting up. I should have set this up already earlier. So yeah, luckily I make the extract time due to this guy. So gonna thank him. So yeah, this was how to get 31 and a little bit of points for them as Bastion solo. As you have been able to see, the execution was not super optimal. It's definitely possible to get 8 Bastions to get even more points, but at least I have to say the lobby was optimal, perfect, with the guy accidentally helping with the extraction and another guy or 2 guys helping with some small arc around. This also saved me a little bit of time and even prevented my death in the end. So pretty happy with the run overall, even though it's only 7 Bastions here. Hope you enjoyed. Maybe I upload more of this content if you really like it. And see you guys in Speranza.